Now this is a grass runway. Airliners won't like it, you think, but there's one airliner that doesn't mind it at all. Everybody, today we're finally back on board the Tupolev Tu-154, a plane that's designed to operate in the roughest of conditions. Obviously Soviet 1960s airplane. Modern airport runways like this one weren't as widespread back then, and the Tupolev Tu-154 was built in that regard. For example, we've got the 6-wheel main landing gear, which distributed the aircraft's weight enough to allow it to operate from rough and austere air. What the hell is austere? Austere. Severe or strict in manner or attitude, everybody. So this plane seems quite nice indeed, the Tupolev Tu-154. There's more good things about it. The engines hang higher up than what you see on most airliners who have engines on the wing. No, this trijet has its engines hanging up on the tail. Very good. It won't inject any foreign objects that might be laying on the ground, or especially are a thing here on grass runways. Also, in comparison to modern airliners, we've got very small engines, of course, as well, with thick lips right here. They are very nicely protected against all this dirt. Also, according to Google AI, it has impressive high-performance capabilities, this plane. The runway requirements falling often between 1,500 and 2,500 meters, which is very low as well, especially for such a relatively big airplane. It's bigger than the 737. So let's see, what is the runway performance really like on the Tupolev Tu-154? But we're probably not going to start this video off in the grass field. Maybe first we should show this plane a place that it didn't really ever go to, and that is the United States of America. Especially as a passenger airplane, this plane didn't fly anywhere. Obviously, American Airlines did not buy this. Anyway, also we can go into the cockpit, which looks nice and Soviet, and it's nice and complicated. Hey, at least this is the English version that I found somewhere on the internet. Sadly, I can't get any of the buttons to work. Maybe that's a good thing. Normally now I would have to start up this plane, but that would take like half an hour. Yep, this is definitely an airplane where the flight engineer was still needed. We can go into the cabin, and as you can see, yes indeed, this is quite a large cabin in comparison to, once again, like an A320 or a 737. So it's impressive then how this airplane can be so apparently capable. Now we have got 10 tons of fuel loaded in right now, which this plane is complaining about. We've got this horrible noise, and this is like kind of the thing with the Soviet aircraft. They make horrible noises. What is this? Anyway, come on. We've got no glass instruments here whatsoever. We've got an airspeed indicator. At least that is in, oh no, that's in kilometers per hour. I hate that. Now we're at 200 kilometers an hour, I think. We're pretty fast already, so we should be able to take off now. There we go, and we really did not use that much runway at all, especially considering, once again, our size. Our flaps come down quite a lot. We can maybe put them up a little bit. I mean, look at all those flap surfaces. Let's get the landing gear up now, which always looks funny. The landing gear lever is up here, which is very weird, just like the flap lever is up here as well. That's kind of weird. And look at how the landing gear retracts into the fuselage like this into this pod, and now we're flying. Now, was the Tupolev Tu-154 very easy to fly? No, it was not known as that. So let's see, can we do a normal landing that doesn't end up in a crash and with like another livery? Here's a private Gazprom livery. This airliner was used a lot as a VIP transporter as well. But it's time for our first test of ruggedness. Down here is Stuart Airport somewhere in Canada. Let's get the landing gear down. So like that, let's go and put the flaps down all the way, which they are already. And so this airplane is coming down with a huge wall of flaps. There we go. Now, this is a 1,000-meter long runway. Oh, look at this. I can put out reverse thrust mid-flight. Very safe operation right there. We've got like this negative tilt on the landing gear. That's very interesting. So come on, let's go ahead and nicely slow this airplane down. We've got one of the most rugged landing gears in the world, so we might as well just do a hard landing. At least this is an asphalt runway, so the airplane probably won't mind. Wait, we got an engine. Why does it say engine failure? Oh, all right, let's take a look. Okay, looking good. Let's go ahead and nicely flare. Doesn't matter if the landing gear... Oh, yeah, there we go. That was a bit of a harder landing. We can now use all those big brakes on the, after all, 3 landing gear sets to stop. Stop. Oh, I've entered a bit of grass here. All good now. We have been able to perform a landing in a very short amount of distance. That's very impressive indeed. You know, the NATO nickname of the Tupolev Tu-154, after all, was careless. Probably because it cares less than other airplanes about bad landings. It's crazy, by the way, that they delivered an airplane in 2013 that still looked like this. Anyway, we need a shorter runway. Wow, look at this racing yoke right here with these grips from like from a bike. Let's quickly get that landing gear down. The flaps are down. Very nice. All's looking good. We're flying into Santa Catalina Island with a much shorter runway. And this plane just looks odd, by the way. Can I just mention that? Something that doesn't work right now is the GPWS callouts. It's probably what it would say in Russian. Come on, let's go ahead and land this plane down here now. We've got all good controls. Now, for some reason, is this now in Russian again? I don't know. All good. We're too slow, the plane says. That's all right. All right, let's do a quick stop, a quick landing now. Wow, that was a hard one. That was a really hard one. Anyway, come on, let's go ahead and stop this airplane ASAP, which works once again quite quickly. Yes, everybody, that was able to definitely pull it off in the shortest amount of runway. I think no airliner of this size could realistically make it. Now, there's one rule in aviation, and that is that, yes, a plane can nicely land somewhere, but taking off needs a much larger runway. Let's see how that turns out when we try to take off here. I mean, after all, this is a 900-meter long runway, which is absolutely just stupid and insane for a plane like this. Maybe in a little Cessna you would like to maybe fly here, but not in a big Tupolev. We've got warnings left and right. I don't even know what they mean. Anyway, come on, let's see if we can... Oh, no. Oh, the only reason we didn't overrun this one is because we had a mountain right there that kind of said... Yeah, but there we go. We've made it. Now it's time for the real challenge, I guess. The grass runway, which is short, 974 meters. Yes, everybody, we're now approaching a random island, and I'm just hoping that this plane can survive it. I mean, all they practically did here was remove trees. That's all there is to it. All right, we're now approaching this airport runway at 200 kilometers and something an hour. Very good. We're too slow. That's all right. That is all right. Yeah, the angle of attack is pretty crazy. Don't worry about it. Shh. It's all good. It's all fine. Okay, the literal piece of grass is down there. Let's go ahead and do a landing that'll hopefully work out. So come on. There we go. Just clear the trees right now. And touchdown. Yes, ladies, we've done it. We've touched down. This is good. The airplane's still in one piece. And everybody, we should be able to stop. After all, we're giving it all we got. Loads of reverse thrust, and there we go. The bumpiest runway in the world is no problem for this landing. I'm actually impressed. This has worked. Plane's still in one piece. The question is now, what about taking off? Because I'm really not sure about this. This is really short and like really bumpy. And the problem is also that we're probably going to blow away some trees just by taking off. Anyway, let's get the flaps up all the way. And something I'm going to do now is I'm going to get rid of loads of fuel. You know, we really did operate on loads of fuel. So I'm going to have to manually release fuel right here. We don't need much. Okay, and so the airplane is complaining. Takeoff, inhibit. Remaining fuel is not a lot, but that's fine. Let's go full power. Shut up. Give me all you got. Tupolev Tu-154. This is going to be an interesting challenge. So, full power and release the brakes. Now, looking good. We are accelerating quickly. Obviously, this is an insanely bumpy ride. Very, very shaky for all those poor little passengers. Oh, why are the spoilers out? That can't be good. Uh-oh. Okay, let's put out the flaps all the way. Come on. Come on. Come on. All right, we're going to collide with some trees. Maybe we should get rid of the trees. But other than that, yes, look at this. If there were no trees, we would have definitely done it. You know what? This plane is maybe even up for like the next challenge or something like that. That was actually impressive. We just took off from here. And the engines as well as the landing gear should still be intact. Not bad. So how about we try landing on this little piece of asphalt down here? 360 meters. So much that there are special markers down there to tell you, okay, you're already out of runway. Oh, all right. Now this plane is like in big states of complaining. All right, shut the hell up. Shut up. It's fine. We're going to be touching down smoothly now. Uh-oh. All right, there you go. Let's stop. Stop. Okay, we're overrunning. You know what? I may have overdone a little bit, but this is a 70-ton airliner, you know. We didn't completely overrun. This would maybe be a survivable overrun. Hey, that's good. So yeah, it's just like every plane, the Tupolev Tu-154 will have its limits as well. Let me go ahead and further investigate them. This is the Sabah Airland Airport. I mean, it's literally the shortest runway in the world. Let's go full power. Hey, we might be able to pull it off. Let's get the flaps down all the way. Maybe. I mean, we drop into the ocean, which may just help us a little bit. All right, then. There we go. Maybe this could work, and it does work. Now, that's crazy. Hey, that's not bad. Everybody, the Tupolev Tu-154 and why it's called Careless. Brilliant rugged design. Though we can be glad this airplane isn't really flying around anymore. Just safety systems weren't really there, which is why this airplane crashed a lot. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow as always. Good night.
The special thanks goes out to my members, my supporters. Guns Killer, R27, James Duram, That Dude, Anime Gods of Gaming, Derek, Insider Plane, Nishijitsu Finder, Professional Jamal, Ryland Williams, and New the York. You've got beautiful names.